Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. You guys know what to do. Make sure you smash the likes and make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. Because, guys, remember, when we hit 4,000 subscribers, which is just over 60 away now, there will be a chance for you to win a Chelsea shirt of your choice from the upcoming season. Home shirt, away shirt, or third shirt when they all launch. So please make sure you subscribe and let's knock off these last subscribers, people. But yeah, let's get into today's video then, guys. And I'm going to be talking about Mauricio Pochettino's growing concerns at a lack of incomings at Chelsea. And I think this is fully justified. A report in the Times last night from Tom Roddy suggesting that Pochettino is growing frustrated and concerned with the lack of incomings that have taken place so far. And let's be clear, people. Pochettino growing increasingly concerned with the lack of experience in the squad and the slow progress of signings. Now, let's be clear. I think this is justified. Now, the way I look at this is we've kind of come into the end of July. Day of recording, 25th of July, and we've had one senior incoming into the squad. Yes, Nkunku's come in. Yes, Levi Colwell's returned. They're going to be part of the senior squad, but these aren't new signings. Colwell was our player anyway, and Nkunku was signed all the way back in November. You look at it, all we've bought in is Nicholas Jackson for the first team. That's it. Yes, we've signed some younger players for the future. Excuse me, the likes of your Diego Moreiras, your obviously Angelo Gabriels and players like that. These aren't players that are coming into the first team to make an instant difference straight away. And that's what we need. And I think, particularly the midfield area is where Pochettino is becoming increasingly concerned. You only have to look at the list of players that were on the pre-season squad list. 6 of the 29 were midfield players. And, you look at what we've had in midfield over these. I don't like to go back to the past, but you look at what we've had over the last 20 years. We've dominated midfield, with the likes of Makaleli, Lampard, Essien, Ballack, Fabregas, Kante. And we have 6 midfielders on the pre-season tour with an average age of just 20. Now, I'm not saying these guys aren't good players, but they're not ready at this point in time to go in and make the big difference that we need in that midfield. 4 teenagers on that list of 6 players in the squad. I mean, and Lewis Hall played most of his football last season at left back as well. And what is mad, and perhaps a damning indictment of where Chelsea are. Yes, Enzo Fernandez is a quality player. Andre Santos, Casadei, loads of potential. Chukwuemeka potential as well, as with Lewis Hall. The most experienced of the lot is Conor Gallagher with, I think he's got just over 160 senior appearances, and only 36 of those are for Chelsea. So you can fully understand why Pochettino is starting to get concerned. And I think as fans, we have every right to be concerned as well. I mean, what are we now? We're about 18, 19 days away from the first game of the season, a massive game against Liverpool, and we are still yet to bring in a new goalkeeper. So whether that's a first choice or competition for Kepa, I think whatever way you look at it, it's going to be competition for Kepa. No Moises Caicedo, who we've been chasing for weeks on end, and has seemingly made next to zero progress on this front. He's our priority target. We've come so far down the road, we can't walk away from this. And I think at this point in time, either way, Chelsea are going to look a little bit stupid. If we walk away, we're going to look like utter mugs. And if we pay the 100 million, then it's just going to look like we've wasted a load of time, because we knew that was the situation all along. So, and then we still haven't bought in maybe any potential depth there as well. It looks like Romeo Lavia is probably going to go to Liverpool. It looks like, for me, if Caicedo does come in, then that'll probably be the only midfield signing, which again could represent a bit of a gamble. And we're still yet to bring in our kind of hybrid player playing attacking midfield, sort of right side, whether that's Michael Elise or whether that's Mohamed Kudus or whether that's Rayan Cherki. Links with all 3 players. Personal terms close with Kudus. Chelsea have spoken to Elise as well. But other than that, we're not really any further down the line. And at this point in time, any new signings that do come in, obviously we've got Newcastle sort of in the early hours of Thursday morning UK time. There's only 2 more games left after that, Fulham and Borussia Dortmund. And any new signings are probably only going to feature in 1 pre-season game. And, that's not great for adapting to the squad, the surroundings, the tactics, and all that. So we would be going into the season on the back foot, potentially, as well. And it just is really frustrating because, the way that I've looked at this transfer window is, June was all about trimming the squad down, getting rid of the players that don't want to be here. And Pochettino seems to be cultivating a culture where it's a happy place. Everyone here is on the same page. They all want to be at the club. And that's to be commended, because that's exactly what we've been missing for so many years now. But when you trade that off with the incomings and the players that have needed to come in in key areas. And yes, I'm not judging this transfer window until it's closed, but at this point in time, there are causes for concern in terms of how many incomings have come in, and particularly because we're so desperate for a midfield player to come in and to partner Enzo Fernandez, because we are doing a disservice to Enzo, and we're doing a disservice to Pochettino if we cannot get in a top-class partner for Enzo Fernandez in midfield. And Moises Caicedo is that option. I'm reading things saying that, oh, Chelsea, don't want to pay more than £80 million. Well, if you don't want to pay more than £80 million, we're not going to get Moises Caicedo, and we're going to leave ourselves in a very, very tricky situation. So at this point of time, I'm just of the opinion where we have to get this deal done. Not getting Caicedo is not an option. Just pay the money and move on, and stop holding up all the other signings, because I'm starting to get to a point now where I'm getting very, very frustrated with this. I think we're verging onto the point where we are falling behind our rivals. You only have to look at the likes of Arsenal, who have bought in Havertz, Rice, and Timber, all playing their part in a full pre-season tour or missing one game. United bringing Mount and Onana in, playing majority, if not all, of the pre-season. Then you look at Chelsea, one signing in Nicholas Jackson, who's obviously made a great start, but any further signings are not going to play. They're going to play next to no part in the pre-season tour. They're going to have had no minutes at Chelsea, no minutes getting to know Pochettino's tactics or doing his pre-season and all that sort of thing. And we are putting ourselves at a slight disadvantage behind our rivals, who have made their majority of their main signings, and they're all bedding in and having a good part of the pre-season, which is a huge advantage. There's no two ways about it. That is a big, big advantage. And yes, the outgoings have been phenomenal, and we've done so well to recoup the money that we have recouped and get the prices for certain players that we have got. And we've now got a situation where we've got a squad of happy players and players that want to be here, but we are lacking in key areas if we are going to challenge to get back into the Champions League and ultimately challenge for the big trophies again, which a club like Chelsea should be doing. And Pochettino's doing great. He's going to work really well with those younger players, but we are desperate for some more experience, particularly in the engine room and the middle of the park. There's no two ways about it. We are desperate for more experience in there. I personally would have looked at signing two, but I think at this point in time, we'll just take one and hope it's Caicedo. Lavia was the other option, but I think he's going to go to Liverpool, it seems, at this point in time. There doesn't really seem to be that many other viable options on the market that would potentially make a difference. So I think you get Caicedo in if you can, which I still maintain we will, even though we seem to be, fanning about with it. I don't really know what's going on with that situation. I don't know what we could possibly still be talking about, but you guys know my thoughts on the Caicedo saga. Just get him in, whatever it takes, really, at this point in time. If people feel that, we're being taken for mugs by Brighton, well, maybe we are, but we're desperate for this player. We need this player. We spent the whole summer pursuing this player. We don't want to be in a Man United Frankie de Jong situation where we spend all summer pursuing a player and then we don't get him and we're shafted and we have to try and do some makeshift signings in midfield. But look, I fully understand Pochettino's frustrations. I think the fans are now starting to feel those frustrations as well. We're always interested with or linked with, personal terms are close to being agreed with said player. We've agreed personal terms with the player, but we haven't agreed a fee with a club or whatnot. We are not saying we're running out of time because the window still has a while to go, but once the season starts and stuff, you do want your main signings in. And every day that ticks by is another day close to the season starting, another day where Chelsea haven't provided Pochettino with his priority target, haven't provided us with any midfield reinforcements, which we desperately need. And it's not a great situation to be in. Plus, you obviously have the talks of Conor Gallagher maybe leaving as well. Trevor Chalobah reportedly up for sale as well. And you think, right, well, we're moving to territories where we're down to skin and bones, if we weren't already. And you hear talks we've made contact with Mark Guehi about 2 weeks ago. No point selling Trevor Chalobah just to spend 50 million quid on Mark Guehi when that's not really an upgrade. So I don't understand a lot of the things that are going on. I don't understand why we're moving so slowly on these incomings. It seems that we can get deals wrapped up for younger players pretty quickly, but when it comes to the first team, there seems to be just slow to no progress on any signings, really. Well, at least publicly, maybe behind the scenes we are making some slow progress, but yeah, publicly it doesn't really look like any progress is being made, and it is a big concern. And we are setting Pochettino up to fail and not giving him the tools that he needs to compete if we do not get these players through the door as quickly as possible. So this week already, we're on Wednesday morning now, time of recording, and there's no real progress on any signings at all. We can't afford for another week to pass head into August, and nothing's done. So yeah, look, guys, this is a problem. Hopefully the club can get a move on, the directors can get a move on, and we don't sort of waste more time in the market, and we don't miss out on more signings, miss out on players, potentially run the risk of other clubs becoming involved in our targets. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on the window so far. Lack of incomings, Pochettino's concerns, which are fully justified. So yeah, let's hope that we can have a positive next few days, maybe get some fees agreed or something along those lines. I don't think any players are going to be coming through the door this week. But yeah, that's my thoughts, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, smash a like. Make sure you subscribe. As soon as we hit 4K, we're about just under 60 subs away from it. Then there'll be a chance for you to win a Chelsea shirt of your choice from the upcoming season. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Smash a like. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'll catch you again in another video soon. Take care. Up the Chelsea and peace out, people.